Hi there and welcome to this handover video for the BYD Seal. My name's Aidan Smith and we're going to go through lots of things today. But don't worry, we're going to timestamp the video so if you want to skip to an area that you really need. If you have any questions though, feel free to get in contact with a member of staff at your local retailer. Before we get into anything, there are different specifications to the BYD Seal. We have the BYD Seal Design and the BYD Seal Excellence. The main way of telling the difference is that we have the rear-wheel drive for the Design and the all-wheel drive for the Excellence. And there are a few optional features that we'll find in the Excellence model, such as intelligent torque adaptation control, the head-up display, and also some slightly different badges located on the back of the boot. Firstly, we're going to go through some keys. The button at the top will lock the vehicle. This button here will unlock the vehicle. This button here, if we press it twice, will open the boot electronically. And if we were to press this button and hold it for 3 to 4 seconds, it will get the vents running in the car. Very useful in the winter with defrost in the car. When it comes to batteries and charging for the BYD Seal, very easy to explain. The Design and Excellence both feature an 82.5 kilowatt-hour BYD Blade battery. And coming to charging, we can talk about the AC charging. 0 to 100% on an 11 kilowatt connection will take around about 12 hours. And then on DC charging, we can charge up to 150 kilowatts using both those connections together. That means around 30 to 80% in just under half an hour. When it comes to vehicle to load, the BYD Seal comes standard with it. We can plug this directly into the charge port and power selected devices off of it. For example, if you had a device that used 1 kilowatt, in 1 hour it would use 1 kilowatt hour. And since the battery size is 82.5 kilowatt hours, on a full battery, it could charge the device for around 82 hours. Very clever technology. Now to talk about the cable adapters that come standard with the BYD Seal. Firstly, we have a 3-pin plug socket adapter, which comes standard, which allows you to charge your car via a 3-pin plug socket. Secondly, we have a Type 2 charger. A maximum speed that we can charge at is 11 kilowatts with this cable. And thirdly, we also get a vehicle to load adapter as standard for this car. The BYD Seal comes fitted with a front trunk or frunk. To access it, underneath the driver's steering wheel there's a handle which you can pull twice, and you can lift this out of the way and you can access the front trunk. It's a perfect space for storing charging cables or a small bit of shopping, for example. So the first thing we need to do inside is to turn on the vehicle. So that's foot on the brake and press the start button in the centre of the car. Okay. Once we've done that, we can now start to look at mirror controls, steering wheel controls, and seat controls. We'll start with seat controls. We can set that electronically via electric seats as standard on this car, and we can make those adjustments down there. Once we are happy, we can move up to the mirror controls. We have individual buttons for left and right mirrors, and up, down, left and right. We can make those adjustments there with a button for folding in the mirrors electronically. Once we've done that, finally, we can make our adjustments to the steering wheel as well. With a handle located down here, we can make our adjustments and we can pull up that handle once we are done. Next, we'll start to look at steering wheel controls. On the left-hand side here, we have a few buttons, mainly for our cruise control. We can activate the cruise control here and adjust the speed with the rocker and set the steering wheel assistance over here. Then we also have below it our adaptive cruise control adjustments. Down here, we have a button to change from portrait to landscape in the touchscreen. And then we also have located just here our 360-degree camera view. On this side, what we have is mainly entertainment controls. We can change the volume and track or radio station with these buttons located here. We can accept a phone call via this button, and this is our button for voice control. We then have a mode button and further information button for the screen located in front of me. Now windscreen wipers and indicators. On this side, we have windscreen wipers on the left-hand side here, and on the right-hand side, we have our indicator stalks located up here. Depending on the model that you've got and the age of the model, you may find that they will be the other way round, just dependent on the model chosen. Now for our center console, we have these buttons located in the middle here. Our gear selector for drive and reverse, and park located here. We have our driving modes located just here for eco, comfort and sport. On this side, a volume switch. And on this side over here, we have auto, on and off, and front windscreen for our air conditioning related settings. On this side, a snow mode, a blind spot mode, and also our auto for the handbrake. One last thing to point out is that a lot of people go to find the driving mode for regenerative braking. This is in the screen and we'll find it in just a moment. Next is air conditioning controls. We have a few controls located down here, but there's a really clever feature that's just been implemented via a new software update. With 3 fingers on the screen, I can swipe up or down to change the temperature. And then I can swipe across to change the intensity of the air conditioning. A wonderful feature. So now we want to go into the touchscreen to look at all of the other settings and features that you're most likely going to encounter when you first pick up this vehicle. So firstly, the touchscreen itself, we can of course change the orientation. Press the button on the steering wheel or on the bottom of the screen, and that will change that directly for you, straight to portrait. Press the same button again to go back to landscape. Our main front page is one of two pages. This one here with all these widgets, or I can swipe to the left and I now have all these apps that I have constant access to. I can swipe from the top of the screen and there are some quick access features that I can access. Simple settings and buttons such as ventilation and heating, and Bluetooth and auto rotating, etc. If you have the Excellence model, it is equipped with a head-up display, which can be adjusted and turned on and off via the settings. To do so, click the Settings tab, and located in the settings under Vehicle, you will find the HUD mode, and you can turn it on and off and adjust all the features and the brightness and all of those little settings to your specification. If you'd like to pair a phone for Bluetooth, you can go through the phone setting of the system and go to Connect Bluetooth and follow the prompts on your smartphone. Alternatively though, you can pair it in a different way. We can actually go through and pair Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, as that comes standard for the BYD Seal, and they are both wireless. We have a button for each one. You can click into it and follow the directions in order to set it up for your phone. The BYD Seal comes as standard with 360-degree cameras, and there's a button located on the steering wheel where we can click the button and it will show a 360-degree camera view. We can even press buttons at the bottom to change the views to really aid us with parking. When it comes to software updates, this is a very important topic for BYD products. We want to ensure that the software is at the latest level so that you have access to all the right features. To do this, we can go into the settings and go to software version and upgrade. And if there was an upgrade, then it will take between 30 and 90 minutes for the upgrade to be completed over the air. We hope you found this video useful today. If you do have any further questions, feel free to get in contact with a member of staff at your local retailer.